Hi family. Today I wanna talk about my encounter with Angel of Reformation. That was really interesting story, and that story basically what it's all the major shift began in my life. The year was I believe 2011. We're just starting to get to be known around the world through CNL TV and some of our YouTube videos and stuff. But it was like a little undercover church, nobody really knew about it. But major shift, to my knowledge, happened exactly at about 2010 when I got visited by the Angel of Reformation. That was really interesting. I never thought that angel like that exists. I never thought I'm gonna see it, in a minute. I'll tell you how he looked and how he sounded. I never thought angels look like that. Angels talk like that. And that angel was really different from whatever you think angels are. Usually we just see the angels on the paintings or somewhere in the Bible with big trumpets, they just flying all over the place. But this one looked absolutely like a human-like general, like an ancient. He was so ancient. He was not old. Understand what I mean? He was ancient. I was praying in my office, just looking, my Bible was open. I'm just like, my eyes was closed and I was praying in my office, just a regular prayer. Nothing stood out to me. I said, there was no major encounter with God or major presence, just your regular prayer. And I see somebody grabbing my shoulder, somebody standing behind me, and absolutely understood. I understood I was in my spirit. Bam! I was like, my eyes was closed, but when you're in the spirit, you see, and not see, you feel everything and you know everything. I've been in the spirit many times, so I knew exactly what's starting to happen right now. He was standing behind me. He put his hand on my shoulder, like really heavy hand. I looked at him. He was ancient looking angel. Everything around him, he was like a little blades, metal, but metal does not shine. It's like ancient, almost like a rusted looking armor on him. His wings were covered in a metal armor. His arms, you can tell, like really beautiful ancient armor. I never saw anything like this, so it's kind of hard to explain to me. And his face shield, it's like so beautifully, like it's metal-like substance. It's not the metal, but it was ancient. You look at that alloy, whatever was on him, like covering him. He was really ancient looking angel. He was a little taller than me. I wouldn't say he was big, he was huge. He was normal angel, but the presence you feel from that being, it's almost like it's so you automatically want to drop and not unnecessarily worship him, understand me, but you want to honor him. I don't know what it is, but you kind of want to honor him. And soon as I look at him, I've been flooded with his identity. Understand when we meet somebody in the spirit, how we know who it is. You are, because your spirit is open, and angels, what they do, they we all do in the spirit. Either we want to or not, we project our substance. We project around who we are. So basically, when we meet somebody in the spirit, we don't talk. Well, hi, what's your name? What you do? Where you come from? Where are you going? None of this. Because you project your identity. Understand that. Maybe I might touch on that a little bit later in my stories. But that's what you feel in the spirit. You absolutely see the being, you understand that being, you know that being name, you know the length, you know the depth, you know the power that he carries. And I understood because I felt the projection of this like of this being, this magnificent angel that covered in like a metal like substance, really ancient looking being. I didn't see, understand, I didn't see no swords on him, I didn't see no shields on him, I didn't see nothing. He would look like a weapon. Basically, you look at him, he looks like a weapon. He doesn't have a weapon, he looks like a weapon. And he didn't talk to me in a soft voice, understand, like we kind of, you know, get used to those stories and ideas that angels like, oh, servant of God, I come to talk to you. Absolutely not. He was talking to me in a commanding voice. That was like really, really interesting. And basically what happened, he put his arm, and I felt the weight, like in the spirit, I felt like a spiritual weight on that arm. And he put that arm in commanding voice. He told me, give me your left arm. And he's standing right here and on the left, a little bit back and on the left. And immediately I give him my arm. I give him my whole arm. And he's starting to carve the hieroglyphs. I don't know how to tell it, but I didn't understand at the time those symbols. It's like Chinese hieroglyphs. And a lot of stuff in them, but not necessarily. It was so different, so like, I don't know, it's like an art. You know, I don't know what it is, but it looked like an art on my arm. But tattoo was glowing in the spirit. Understand, tattoo was not visible in the physical realm. But that tattoo that he was carving on my arm, my shoulder, and half of my back, I completely felt and I saw what he's tattooing. It's like hieroglyphs. But on this portion of my arm, there was all Isaiah Bible verses. Isaiah. Like up to my elbow, and from the elbow up and back, hieroglyphs. I have no idea what it is. And he's like tattooing this, and I'm asking him what it is. He said, you know what it is. I said, like, no, I don't know what it is. And he was like, he was really frustrated. He was not, understand, he was not like a pleasant angel or beautiful angel. He was like ancient general that come to my room to do what he's been commanded by God to do. He was like carving all of this stuff with his armor. Basically, with his armor, he's carving this stuff. And I said, I don't know what it is. It's like, look deep. I said, I don't know what it is. And he's like, with a commanding voice, he said, like, look deeper. And as soon as I start concentrating on my arm and my shoulder and my forearm, I starting to understand. All the symbols start tuning into 3 letters. RTR, Reformation, Transformation, Revolution. And I saw that symbol, like really interesting symbol. I said, what it is? And he said, this is your identity. This is who you are. And one of other thing I noticed, you know, like generals have those medals, you know, those like a symbols of their medals, like those lines, those little, I don't know how they called, but when I looked at his chest, and he's got like huge like line of those medals, but instead of medals, I see the names of reformers, and there was quite a bit of them, like I don't know, 10 or 12 of them, and like I see those reformers, and I absolutely understood that that angel specifically was sent to help the reformers of past times to do what they're assigned to do. And he was like assigned to me to come and to proclaim and do what he needs to do. And basically he covering this stuff. I see his patch on his chest, and I understand this angel being forever. He's ancient, he's wise, he's beautiful, he's interesting looking, like he's really interesting, like ancient angel. And I don't know why I yell at him, everybody's gonna see this. And as he carving, and that tattoo is like glowing from the inside, and I understand this is like a spiritual, like a spiritual tattoo. I don't know, you don't call it that. Maybe it's like a spiritual marking, let's say, spiritual markings. And I said, God, they're gonna see it. I said, like, everybody will see it. And he looked at me and he said, this is the point. This is your identity. Now everyone in the spiritual world, world, when they come in contact with you, either this is demonic world or spiritual God's world, or this is warlocks or witches or anybody, they will absolutely see my identity in the spirit and my ranking and my purpose. It was all on me, like on my left arm, my shoulder, and a back. Nothing on here, all left side. And I say like what it is, and interesting thing happened, and I was like confused, you know, like it was happened all of a sudden. And if you've been in a spirit, it was like when you get out of it, it's like you starting to having doubts, you know, like you having doubts. And as he carving this thing, as he finishing it on my back, he said like, for you to know that that was real, I will give you the sign. And I'm asking him, what kind of sign are you gonna give me? He said, you will know when you receive it. And you know, 2011 passed, and we are in May of 2012 in Germany. We are in Germany. We are at the conference, awesome conference, a lot of signs, wonders, miracles, people getting healed, transformed, giving their life to Jesus. Awesome conference, beautiful conference. And as we go to the green room, one lady comes like with a package. You can tell he's like a box, or like a box and in a plastic bag. She's like carrying something like a shoebox. I don't know what it is. And she's like, I have to talk to you. I said like, what is this? Because you know how it is. Like when big conferences, a lot of people want to talk to you. I was kind of careful. She said like, no. I've been sent by God. I mean, I have to talk to you. I have to give you something from God. It's like, whoa, this is interesting. Okay. And we sat down in a green room, and she telling me a story. Ooh, that's an interesting one. She said, I'm a caretaker in elderly home. Like you said, like a nursing elderly home. She caring for the people who doesn't have relatives, like basically to make them easier pass and to die and to take care of after the funeral. Basically, she was that lady that helping elderly people, comfort them, and basically to do that. And she said, and she telling me that story. She said, I'm a caretaker for those people. And she told me a story. He said like, one time I'm for a longest time, for a few years, I'm caring for the older gentleman, like a German soldier from World War II. He already did his time. He was a Nazi back then, but he repented. He was Christian at that time. She said like, I'm caring for him, and he knows he doesn't have any relatives, and he accumulated some stuff, some possessions that he's got no one to give it to. And she says, he called me one day. He knows, he knew his time is coming. He's really old, really sick. And he telling her that's her words. He telling her, you're like a daughter to me. You took care of me for all of these years. I love you. I want to do something for you. And, he said like, go to the closet in his room, in the nursing home, and just get that suitcase, like a big suitcase. And she got the suitcase. She opened it up, and there was like a piece, like a cloth, and on that cloth inside of the suitcase, there was all kinds of stuff, jewelries, like a gold rings, watches, everything like old stuff, like what old person would have it, you know, like little books, little knickknacks, big some stuff from his past. He said like you. He said like, I love you so much. You can choose anything from this, whatever you like. You can choose anything from this suitcase. And she immediately looked, and she noticed like an old Bible, like, understand me, old Bible, hundreds years old Bible. She's like, I want that. She's like, this is it. I want this. I don't want nothing else. And he said like, this is a Bible, over 300 years old Bible that come to his possession through many generations that passed that Bible down, and he got possession of it. And she said, soon as I grabbed that Bible, she said like, whoa. And he said like, if you want that Bible, He's like, if you love God that much, he said, like, take the whole suitcase. Basically, he gave her all of his possession. He was so, he thought she's gonna take some gold or watches or, you know, like what world people will do. But she said, like, I don't care about anything else. I want this Bible. This is something on this Bible. And he said, like, if you want a Bible, take it all. He said, like, I love you that much. Just take everything. I just give it to you. And she said, as soon as I touched the Bible, she said, I heard a voice. This is not your Bible. This Bible belongs to Pastor Andrey. You have to give it to him. And she said, like, I fought with God for a few months before the conference not to give it, because she's really good Christian lady. And she said, like, this is like, and she's German, understand, like a German Bible from times of Martin Luther King. Imagine that. And that's what I'm gonna tie in with the angel. And she said, like, soon as I touched that Bible, here it is. I'm gonna show you this Bible in a second. I'm gonna show you what's inside of it. And she said, like, I know the Bible belongs to you. And she said that this is it. I want to give it to you because I don't want to fight God. I cannot hold on to this anymore. And she said, this is uncomfortable. I know this doesn't belong to me. I can sleep. I can't eat. I have to give it to you. And she gave it to me, that Bible, at the conference in Germany in May 2012. And she said, like, bless you. I prayed for her, and she said, like, just so you know, this Bible considered to be national treasure of Germany, because everything, I believe, 200 year old or more, you cannot physically remove from Germany. This is belong in Germany museum. And I said, like, God, you're not gonna give me this Bible and just leave it at the border. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. And I said, like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hide anything. I put this Bible in a plastic bag and put at that conveyor belt, you know, that goes through scanning. And I was like, I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna wrap it anything. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna by itself put in a plastic bag. And my wife, like, looking at me, they gotta take it. I said, I don't care. You know, I want to see the glory of God. And if this is mine, this is mine. I put it in a plastic bag. It go through conveyor belt. Nobody tell me nothing, ask me nothing, and I just took the plastic bag and walked to my gate to get on a plane. And here we are. I have this, and as soon as I rewind back, soon as I opened that shoebox that she gave me, I opened the Bible, and I literally heard God. This is the sign for you that whatever a year ago happened, with the, you know, like with the God's marking and tattoo and all of these symbols, and your calling, your identity and purpose, Reformation, transformation, revolution, that in one symbol, it will come to pass. And I was like, whoa, it just like, glory of God hit me so bad in that green room. I'm just sitting there crying. Lady already left. I was sitting there alone, like hugging this Bible and just crying. Thank you, Jesus, for confirming that word, because, you know, spiritual stuff, you question, you always question, because it's not real to your brain. And that was the sign that angel is real, my assignment is real. And let me show you something. Basically, from the beginning of time, see, this person gave it in 1812. And you can tell, like, all this 1825, 1804, all these names and years that they possessed this Bible. And you see 1794 and all of this stuff, like a literal, like, history of who possessed this Bible. And this is the Martin Luther Bible. And if you look at here in the bottom, where's my finger is, you will see the date. It's 1920. So this is the Dr. Martin Luther King. It's in old German. Even Germans have a hard time of reading this Bible, but this is the Bible that angel gave to me through that lady to get me to understand, but this is my calling. And basically, in the back, they even glue some of the papers, because there was not enough room. They glue some more papers and some more Germans. And 2009 she got it, and then she gave it to me. She gave it to me later on. It's right here. It's so interesting. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, so this is it. and you can see some more of the writings and the history of this Bible. Basically, this is so awesome. So, and I got this Bible, I got this story, and this is that 1720 year that this Bible, Martin Luther Bible, first edition of his writings, that they've been like published in the book. So this is one of the biggest reformers of our time. Bible, that's his Bible, not literally his Bible. I start researching only 2 Bibles in existence, this Bible and I saw another Bible somewhere in Europe have like a history of it. I searched on the Google, so only 2 known in existence. Maybe more, I don't know. That's what I got. So that's it, guys. That's a little of my personal story and the history. And since 2011, rolling into 2012, that was the big revival like starting to happen, and a lot of stuff that and then a lot of people starting to listen to the messages, and that's where we exploded in growth in our covenant churches around the world, in all of the Russia, Ukraine, all the Europe. Has covenant churches. So that's our story, guys. I believe that maybe answer some questions for you, maybe some bless your heart, guys, and I think this is really interesting story to share with you. Okay, bless you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.